I will say 13-year-old me, after watching the first Transformers, I probably would have drank a little bit of Megan Fox's blood.
Welcome to the DeSoto Approach with Jake and Logan.
Well, I don't know if you would call them aliens. Maybe they're not called that.
Let's go.
We're recording.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 26 of the DeSoto Approach. We got a great show for you guys today. What are we thinking, Logan? You just got back from down south, down in Atlanta. How was the trip?
It was good, but before we get too far in, I just want to say that you need to go give us a star review on Spotify. 5 stars. And if you're not going to give us
preferably five. Yeah.
You know, if you're not going to give us a 5-star review, just don't even bother.
Yeah, actually, just don't even fucking do anything about it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just got back from Atlanta. It was pretty sick. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about Atlanta?
Well, you said it was there's some wild stuff going on down south. There's a bit of a different world down there, no? You said you sent me that thing of there's just a lot of more racism down there. It's not really like that up here, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's like, I feel like there's racism everywhere, but
yeah.
I didn't really see a lot of it firsthand. It was Kyla's friend was telling us about it. But they're just more open about it. It's really weird for how diverse it is. For how diverse of a city it is. It's really weird how people are so open about how racist they are.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, you sent me that TikTok of the girls that went to that bar restaurant. It was outside of Atlanta. It wasn't in Atlanta, but it was
Clyde. I mean, it wasn't far from Atlanta.
Really?
I looked it up on a map and it was probably 20 minutes away, 15, 20 minutes away from Atlanta.
Wild. It was they had KKK stuff there. That's fucking wild that still exists.
Yeah. And there's billboards and stuff. Yeah, it's really wild.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying too. It's a lot there's a lot higher black population too in Atlanta. Dubuque used to be super racist. It's not that bad. I mean, every once in a while you run into a fucking old white guy that's just but when you see that, you're just what are you doing? You know what I mean? No, it's just not
they just don't understand the world. They just don't
but there's not. Yeah. But there's a large black population in Atlanta. There's not very many. It's heavily white up here in Iowa.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
you
guys went to a Braves game too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the hoodie.
Braves? Yeah. Did they win?
Yep, they beat the Cubs 5-1.
Oh.
Saw 4 home runs, I think. 3 home runs. It was pretty sick. Yeah. And my favorite player. So my favorite player, his name's Ronald Acuna Jr. He wasn't even supposed to play. He's hurt. He tore his ACL last year. So he's just coming back from it. And he wasn't even supposed to play till the middle of May. But then literally the fucking day we got to Atlanta, the Braves tweeted, guess who's back? Coming back early off of the injured reserve or whatever. So his first game back was the game we went to. And I was fucking peeking out. Because I wasn't expecting to see him. And he's my favorite player.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was really cool. He didn't have a great game, but he also has been out.
He also hasn't played forever. Yeah.
He missed the whole playoffs last year. So
I was gonna say, did he play in that? That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Being one of the better, if not the best player on the team, and not being able to play, and your team winning the fucking World Series too.
Yeah. Granted, they made some moves, they made some trades and things like that too. Kind of supplement.
After he got hurt?
After he got hurt, they made some moves to fill his spot. So
right.
It's not like they did it. It's not like they would have won without him. They actually replaced him with people. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, dude, it's cool. Just sports franchise, and I don't know. I think about that a lot. I'm a big sports guy. I guess I don't
big sports guy.
I don't know. I'm a big sports guy, dude.
Yeah, I like sports.
It's just cool. It's just weird to think about how big they are because people take it for granted, how big the MLB and the NFL are.
Yeah.
But these are just fucking dudes playing sports. And hundreds of thousands of people go to they watch every game or filling the stands. Dude, they're just so good at playing sports that many people want to come see them and they're making all this money, which I also hate when people are oh, professional athletes are overpaid. It's like, yeah, but do you know how much money they're bringing in? I think we talked about this on the show before when we were talking about the esports thing.
Yeah.
It's all about just the amount of people that are spending money on watching them. That's why they make so much money.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that. So like in Atlanta, they have the baseball field. It's all brand new. Like their stadium is brand new. And the whole like area, like I don't even know what you call it, like a district. There's like a whole district around the stadium.
Yeah.
And it's just like has to be like hundreds, if not billions of dollars worth of like restaurants, apartments. Like it's just all built around the stadium. And there's like so many cool restaurants and bars just like right there outside the stadium. And it's just like, that's just goes back to people just playing baseball. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm saying,
built
dude.
Around that.
It's just dudes playing ball.
Yeah.
And that means you want to come watch it.
Yeah. And like, what was that?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Ronald Acuna. So like, he's just like one of the most like electric fucking like insane players to see, like just play baseball in general.
Yeah.
And they were up 5-1 in like the bottom of the ninth. The stadium was packed full of people. So like they already had the game in the bag. But Ronald Acuna Jr. was coming up again, up to bat in the next inning, in the second to last inning. And he came up to bat. He like grounded out or something. Everyone's still in the stadium. As soon as he got out, dude, like 10,000 fucking people just stood up and walked out of the fucking stadium. Like they already won like they could have left before he batted and it was still the same outcome. But it's just like crazy how like the effect that sports can have on people.
Yeah, especially like big players. I remember when Cristiano Ronaldo went to Juventus a couple years ago because he played at Manchester United when he was younger, and then he played at Real Madrid for like the majority of his career. And then a few years ago, he left and went to Juventus in Italy, and they paid, I don't know how much fucking money they paid to get Cristiano Ronaldo on their team as a fuck ton. And they made all of their money back that they paid for him in the first 24 hours just in Ronaldo jersey sales.
Jesus, dude.
Like he's his own franchise. He's bigger than most like soccer teams. Like he has the most followers of anyone on Instagram and I think Twitter.
Yeah, isn't he the biggest person on Instagram?
I think he has the most followers, yeah.
That's fucking unbelievable. Just a soccer player has the most.
Huge. He's also been so fucking good for so long. Like he just went to Manchester United again this season, and they are not very good. They used to be really good. When he was there, they were probably the best team in the world. They were really good in like the early 2000s. They were probably the best team in the world. They're the biggest sports franchise in the world for a while. I don't think they are anymore. And he just went back there this season. Right? What's that?
It has to be a soccer team though, right? The biggest franchise.
Probably. I think the Yankees were up there.
Yeah, the Yankees are pretty fucking. I mean,
they're
people
just
like the Yankees in Los Angeles. Like,
yeah. People like the Yankees all like people in like China wear like New York Yankees hats. Yeah. It's more of like a cultural thing than anything. You know what I mean? Like
that's just because it's in New York.
It's like a pop culture thing. They're just so big that people like them because they're the Yankees.
And they're in New York. Like
yeah, exactly.
And like the Dodgers are like that. The Los Angeles Dodgers. You always see people with Dodgers hats on. And you're like, name one player, and they just have no fucking idea. It's like a brand. It's not even it's not even like a team.
Exactly. All right, I'm looking this up on Forbes. But anyways, he just came back to Manchester United. He's fucking 37 years old, and he's like the third leading scorer in the Premier League right now. And the team that he plays, Manchester United, is not very good. They're in like fucking 6th place right now. They're good, obviously, but they're not
the best.
Yeah. And he's their best player. He's so fucking good still, and he's been so good for so long. He's won 5 Champions Leagues. There's only like we're looking up. There's only like 4 teams that have won more Champions Leagues than he has, which is insane.
Yeah.
I want to look up. Oh, what do you think the biggest sports franchise in the world is? It actually won't be that surprising after you hear it.
I don't know. Actually, the Los Angeles Lakers?
Nope. The Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, dude. The Cowboys are fucking
black.
Dude,
Who
Cowboys-
fucking still likes the Cowboys?
Dude, my Jimbo likes the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, he
He's
does,
a fucking
doesn't he?
boys
I
fan.
have the Jimbo's 40th fucking Dallas Cowboys koozie.
Dude, we went there
Fuck, I
for
forgot about that.
Dude, that was the longest. Like we drove my car all the way to Dallas. And
How long of a drive was that?
wait, hold on a second.
All right, we're back. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties there for a second, but we're back. 'Cause we're the most professional podcast
We're
in
here.
the metaverse.
So what were we talking about?
We were talking about the top,
the
the
top
most
sports
expensive
franchise.
sports franchises.
Yeah.
Number 1 is the Cowboys. Number 2 is the Yankees. Manchester United's 3 now. So they're still fucking giant. $3.89 billion. Jesus Christ.
I knew the Cowboys were big, but I honestly wouldn't have guessed they were number 1. I'd figure the Yankees would be bigger, or the Dodgers even. Or the
I
Lakers.
would too. The
Like
Dodgers and Lakers aren't even top 10. Oh, Lakers are. Wait. Let me count this. They are. Oh wait, it's on here. The Lakers are 9. The
9.
Dodgers aren't top 10.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the Dallas Cowboys, then the Yankees, Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, New England Patriots, New York
Really?
Knicks, New York Giants, then the
Giants.
Lakers, and then the 49ers.
I guess NFL is probably the biggest sport in America. Like that.
Yeah.
That branches off to other countries. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of people in Europe watch the NFL.
Yeah, it's getting bigger. They do the games in England. They're doing a game in Munich this year too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what teams it is, but like they're doing a NFL game, like a regular season game in Germany,
Gotcha.
which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty big. A lot of people watch it. It's just at bad times. Like watching the Premier League here because it's so far ahead. Like the England's 6 hours ahead, so they play like noon games that are at 6 a.m. here for the Premier League.
And then if you
So
were
if
to
you're
watch
watching-
the NFL, you could watch the noon games, like the noon NFL games, because that'd be like 6
but that'd be at
o'clock.
like 6 p.m. there.
But then everything else
Yeah.
is like, okay, now you
Yeah,
got
you gotta stay up till 3 in the morning to watch the fucking Dallas Cowboys play.
Yeah.
Fucking apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, but like back
I
to
don't get how baseball is so big. Like the Yankees being number 2. I guess because it's like you're saying, it's almost like a brand. But who's watching baseball? I guess there's so many fucking games. I don't watch baseball at all, really. I watch the World Series.
they need to make the season shorter. They need to make it like 100 games, not 100
Yeah.
and fucking 62 games.
And
That's
yeah, by the
so
way,
many.
100 games in one season is too fucking many.
Yeah.
That's so many games.
It goes by fast though because they don't play one per week. Like they play like 3 or 4 a week.
right.
Sometimes
But
even
it's
like
so
7.
many. Like who can watch every game? Nobody.
one.
And the
I mean-
games, each individual game doesn't matter as much. Like in the NFL, losing one game it like makes a difference.
Yeah.
Like your season comes down to like if you have a certain amount of wins to make the playoffs. If you fucking miss out on that by one game.
Yeah. It kind of changes the way baseball is though. If you didn't have as many games, you wouldn't have as many like pitchers on your roster. You'd load up like on the bats because like you need all the pitchers you can get.
Yeah, you
so
need to
can,
be
like,
deep
play
to be
all
good.
the games.
You have to have a lot of good players to be a good team.
So it's like kind of the strategy too around it.
That's also why it's kind of harder. I don't know. I feel like
not
it's
as hard on
harder
your
to
body,
be a
too.
Oh yeah, so you can play. Like you can't play fucking 100 NFL
Yeah.
games in a year.
Yeah.
There'd be
'Cause, like-
no non-injured players.
Like if you were at that Braves Cubs game that I was at and you saw how many people were there and how much money they probably fucking made in
Yeah,
that
that's
one
true.
just a random Thursday night,
yeah.
like then it would make sense like, oh, we could do this 5 times a week, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why
true.
it makes so much money. Like cuz people are it's like I feel like going to a baseball game is like more of an experience than a lot of things. Cuz it's
it's
more
so fun.
There's
Just
like a
being
lot
there.
more. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
more
I went to
it.
two. I went to 2 games last year. I went to a Brewers game in Brewers Dodgers in Milwaukee, and then we saw the White Sox in Fuck, I don't even remember who they played. in
Weren't they up
Chicago,
like 11
but-
to 0 in like the first
Dude,
inning
the
or something
Brewers
like that?
got their fucking asses kicked by the Dodgers. There was 2. It was 4-0 by the time we sat down, dude. They hit a grand slam, like the fucking third batter just hit it. I think it might have been the fourth batter hit a grand slam. Like, we got there right at the beginning of the first inning, and we went around. We went, like, obviously we went and grabbed beers, and then we're getting to our seat. By the time we sat down, it was fucking 4-0 already.
Damn.
I think they ended up winning 16-3, dude.
That's shitty,
which is cool.
too.
We got to see a lot of action, which is
Yeah.
awesome. But
those are like fun at the beginning of the game, but then like it's just not fun to watch like the rest of the game.
No, dude, I don't care. I don't care if the score is 16-3. If they're cranking homers every inning, that's way more fun to watch than a close game that's like 2-1.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Because
that's
so
like the exact
long.
opposite for me. I feel the exact opposite. I would rather watch a game that because the anticipation just builds every inning. Like
that's true.
the pitcher
I guess that's why I like soccer.
Tired.
Everyone rags on soccer. It's like it's so boring. It's fucking 1-0. It's like yeah, but then that makes that one goal way cooler.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
see, I feel exactly the way the exact same way you feel about soccer is how I feel about baseball, and then the way you feel about baseball is how I feel.
Yeah,
wait, I said that the same way, just twice. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, well, you mean the same thing.
Yeah, it's all the fucking same. Yeah, but Atlanta was fucking dude. I wanted to tell you about this Uber that I saw in Atlanta, and I don't know why people don't. I don't know. We can discuss this. I just want to discuss how this doesn't happen in like a place like Des Moines. So we got this Uber, and it was just like a Toyota fucking Camry, or it was smaller. It was
hell
like
of a machine, Toyota Camry. I'll say that right now.
It's a fucking hell of a machine. And actually, no, it was the Toyota Urus or something like that because it was a hatchback, and it had like one of those big, those like running scoreboards. They're like LEDs, and they like run scores, or like they have them in like casinos with like the scores. It had one of those on the top with its like license plate and his name. Like he would like when he parked, he would like play it, and it would show his license plate and name,
so you
knew
can
who
see
you were
because
looking
it's
for.
an Uber.
Yeah. And then we get up closer, and I'm like, "What the fuck is on the side of his car, dude? His whole car is wrapped like
advertisement.
It's wrapped with advertisement for a personal injury lawyer. It was like the most
fucking sick, dude. That guy's smart. That guy's a fucking entrepreneur, dude. Getting a wrap for an advertisement on your Uber, that's really smart, actually.
Dude, guess how much he makes a month off it? Fucking $900 a month this lawyer pays him just to have it on his car.
Just to have it on his car? Fuck. Dude, I would do that for sure.
Dude, and people always talk about like, oh, Uber, yeah, you gotta put miles on your car. You have expenses, and you gotta blah, 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 blah. Dude, fucking $900 pays for all that. So everything he makes is just profit. Other than his time, obviously. Like
that's dude, $900 bucks. Like, that's fucking half of his gas money for the month.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I thought that was fucking. I'm like, why isn't that?
That is really smart.
Why don't you ever see that here? And I was thinking like, oh, personal injury lawyers are like huge in cities like big cities. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they can get clients in those cities a lot easier than like.
There's just way more people too that are gonna see it in Atlanta as opposed to Des Moines.
Yeah, there's just crazier shit that's happening there. Like there's abandoned cars just fucking parked on the side of the interstates. People are going like 100 miles an hour. Everywhere.
Dude, when I was in college, there was this girl that was from Atlanta, and we had to give. It was in this like senior seminar class that I took, and we had to give just a speech, like just a presentation about yourself, whatever, just your whole life, like where you grew up, where you're from, whatever, why you came to UD, all this crap. And she was from Atlanta, and she was telling a story about how I think like her junior or senior year of high school, it snowed like fucking an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. And everybody there just lost their fucking minds. She was like, yeah, it was the first time I'd ever seen snow. And I think she had before, like she'd been somewhere that had snow. But she's like, it's the first time I had ever seen snow in Atlanta. Like in her whole life, she had never fucking seen snow there. It snowed 2 inches, and she was showing us pictures from like the news. There's abandoned cars in the middle of the highway. They just didn't know how to drive in it. There's also no infrastructure set up to plow the roads.
Yeah, they didn't
put any of the shit down before. Nobody knows how to drive in it.
Yeah,
they don't have fucking anything, dude.
That's how Dallas is too. Dallas is the exact same.
Here it snows fucking 6.5 inches, and everyone's like, "You fucking better be to school on time."
Yeah, you better be to school on time.
Yeah, you better
be
fucking
early.
walk then.
You're 10 minutes early. You're 5 minutes late.
It snowed last night. You better be early.
Yeah. No, Dallas is the same way. They have like fucking 4 plows in the whole city, dude.
Well, yeah, fucking it got so cold out. Fucking the
grid
state
went down.
shut down last year.
Yeah. Dude, my cousin, he lives in Dallas, and he said like people like schools were closed down for like a week and a half because it ice stormed for a day. Like they just couldn't. They didn't have and it stayed cold, so it didn't like melt right away. So like they just didn't have this, like you said, the infrastructure to like go through and like get rid of it. So like, what are you gonna fucking do?
One snowplow in the city of Dallas that they've never used before.
Yeah, it's all rusted out. It's like a fucking 1980
dude.
Ford.
Like, yeah, in Dubuque, it's crazy. I mean, all over Iowa, because everywhere is just set up for it. But it's so hilly in Dubuque. As soon as it starts snowing, they're out plowing. We used to live on, there's this street in Dubuque that's just a fucking straight down. There's a few. It's like there's like a bluff kind of in the middle of town, so a lot of the streets are built around it. But I used to live on the top of the street that was so steep, and I was like, when we first moved in, I was just kind of thinking about how it's gonna suck in the winter. I was just like, how are you going to get up and down if it snows?
I've always wondered that too.
Like, yeah, but it never once, like I had to work, I used to work at the Hy-Vee Bakery when I was in college. I had to be there by like 7 a.m, and it was like a really bad snowstorm. And I went to bed at like, I don't know, like midnight or so, and it was like just starting. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, how am I going to get to work in the morning? I'm not going to be able to get away from my house. It's uphill. I was like, I'm definitely not going down the hill if it's snowy as fuck. We were kind of at the top, but I was like, oh, this is going to be shitty. Dude, by the time I woke up and left by like 6:15-ish probably the next morning. It was already completely plowed. Like as soon as it starts snowing, they're just plowing. Like they just have so much shit ready to go. Because the hills are so steep in Dubuque, they can't. It's more of like a main road too. It's not like a side road. I'm sure some of the side roads you're just fucked for a while. But if it's like a main road that a lot of people are driving down like that, they have it ready to go. As soon as they know it's when it's going to be snowing, they have everybody ready to go. They put the stuff down on it before so it doesn't freeze, like that weird, I don't know, some kind of fluid on there that makes it not freeze, and then they can just plow the snow right off, and it's just constantly. But they don't have that there because it never snows.
Yeah, so
it's worth it to invest in that here because it snows so fucking much every year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Like speaking of crazy weather events, did you see that fucking tornado in Kansas?
In Kansas? I saw a bunch of TikToks about it.
Dude, wild. It was fucking unbelievable. And the thing that was unbelievable about it was like, every picture and video I saw were just people casually standing outside.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I get,
yeah, they're from Kansas, dude.
Yeah, and I get like people are like, yeah, my dad, every time there's a storm, he goes out on the front porch. He's just old pa. He's out there watching the storm come in. It's like, yeah, that's one.
He lives in Kansas. A little bit of him is hoping that fucking tornado takes him away, dude.
Yeah, but like this thing was like right there. Like a tornado was like a fully formed fucking tornado was right in front of them. They're just like, yeah, look at that son of a bitch.
It's just ripping houses apart. Dude, you know what's so fucking funny about that too?
It's
like
bad.
2 weeks ago, I was working at the brewery that I work at. I was working. It was just a Sunday night. It was super slow, so there's nobody in there. And this couple came in, and they're from Brazil, and the guy. They both had neither of them had ever been to the States. Like I was kind of talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, we just moved
Come to
here.
Dubuque for the first time."
Yeah, like a husband and wife. They'd never. Yeah, they barely spoke English. The guy, like, his English was pretty good. Her English, like, barely spoke English. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a engineer." He's like, "I just moved here." He's like, "I'm gonna live here for like the next 3 years." The company that I work for, we have a like not a headquarters, but they just have a place in Dubuque. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, so they just got a huge pay raise to come here and live here for like 3 years. It's like, oh, so have you guys been to the States before? Like, no, this is the first time. We got here like 8 hours ago. I was like, holy shit.
God.
They literally were saying they flew out of Brazil the night before, flew all night, and then like flew into Dallas, and then flew to Chicago, and then drove to here. No, they flew into Dubuque. and then
from
they
Chicago.
were like
I was
at
gonna
their
say
hotel.
if they drove from Chicago,
No,
that'd be a
yeah.
complete culture change. Like
Traffic,
traffic, everything. Like
yep, they flew to Dubuque. There's like a small airport in Dubuque, and they had just got to their hotel. They're like, "This is the first place we've come to in this goddamn country, dude. Never been, never think. I'm
That's
the
kinda cool.
first fucking asshole they interacted with in this country." And yeah, it was super cool. They were super nice. Like I said, they'd never been here, so I was like showing them the different coins that we had. They didn't know how much the money was. I was like, yeah, so we have like ones, fives, tens, 20s, and hundreds and bills, or 50s and hundreds and bills. I was showing them the fucking pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Like, they didn't even know the money. Like, he was like, yeah, I just exchanged a bunch of my money, like, in Chicago when we were there.
Wow.
From, I guess I don't know what they use in Brazil, but, and he was, this is so funny because they were so fucking scared of tornadoes. For some reason, they were fully convinced that they were going to die in a fucking tornado because that's what they'd heard about, like, Iowa and the Midwest was that there was tornadoes. And I was like, especially not in Dubuque. It's too hilly. There's never like tornadoes here. And I was like, oh, you guys are fine. Like, you're not going to die from tornadoes. I kind of started laughing about it at first. And then we kept talking about it. And like, yeah, we were worried. You were just like talking about tornadoes. And they're like, he's laughing. They're like, this is scary. I was like, you guys are not. They were so convinced they were going to get fucking killed by a tornado. I was like, don't worry. They're really not that popular. Like, they don't happen that much. And then a week later, this one in Kansas. Just
dude, they're probably. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when they find this out.
I know,
dude.
That's what I was
It's like the whole quicksand thing. Like, dude, I thought quicksand was gonna be a fucking problem when I was a little kid.
Yeah, they fucking talked about it a lot.
Quicksand's not even a real thing. Jordan was telling me this could be complete bullshit. Jordan was telling me
quicksand's real.
Nah, dude, it's fake. It's made up by the CIA. Jordan was telling me, I don't know if this is I don't know if this is bullshit or not, because Jordan was telling me, but he's like, yeah, the way the physics work in mud. He's like, yeah, the way the physics work in mud, but you'll just sink down. You'll stop about 60% through. It won't even let you sink all the way down. I don't know if that's true, but
Jordan's like, yeah, it's actually common misconception. It's actually impossible to drown in quicksand.
Yeah, he said it's physically impossible to sink all the way down in mud.
Dude, Jordan's so full of shit, dude. This is not true. I'm pretty sure quicksand is real.
Is it physically possible to multitask? No, not that.
Yeah, that's not true.
Sink.
Yeah, dude. But dude, just imagine moving across the world and not even like his English was pretty good.
Yeah.
Way better than my fucking Portuguese is. But like not that it wasn't that great. I can't
How good's your
remember
Portuguese? Say something.
Not good, man. I don't know anything in Portuguese. It's kind of like Spanish, but it's like weird. But
dude, okay.
Yeah, man.
This is from National Geographic. So this says according to oh yeah, National Geographic. They don't know shit. According to a study published in the current issue of the journal Nature, it is impossible for a person immersed in quicksand to be drawn completely under.
Fuck, dude, Jordan was right. Dude,
I did not think
feeding
that was
us lies
true.
our whole lives.
Researchers in Netherlands and France studied quicksand, a combination of fine sand, clay, and salt water. At rest, quicksand thickens with time but remains sensitive to... It doesn't, like, say why, though. Dude, fuck you. Never mind. I'm not signing up. It's going to make me sign up.
Oh, dude, nothing's free anymore, man. You know what I'm fucking sick of? Watching ads. I know we already talked about this last week. Fucking Netflix doing ads. I can't stand it.
Dude, did you see the audience question we asked?
Oh, no. Wait, what was it?
I asked what their favorite streaming service is.
Yeah.
And
what did we get?
It was
what was
like
the top one?
80%. It was like 400 votes.
Did you do a multiple choice on it?
Yeah. So I did Netflix, Hulu, HBO, YouTube, and Peacock.
Dude,
almost
Peacock's
400 votes, 394 votes. 68% said YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube's the best for sure.
Granted, this was
But they don't have
on
or is that
YouTube.
YouTube TV. Yeah, no shit.
Like it was on the
You're
YouTube.
pulling everybody on Netflix. What's your favorite streaming service?
It was on the YouTube community page too. Like you only go on the YouTube community page if
that's
you're
true.
a really big fan.
Do
of
they
YouTube.
mean like YouTube TV or just YouTube in general? Because YouTube doesn't have like any
I just put YouTube.
shows, right?
You're fucking listening to one
Peacock-
right now, bud.
Peacock is on the call up, dude. They bought all the fucking good shows. Who
That was
owns
only
Peacock?
2%.
CBS or whatever?
Yeah,
Not
CBS
CBS, is it? Because they have The Office. The Office
Or
left
NBC.
Netflix.
NBC. 'cause
Yeah, NBC,
NBC
that's
is the
what I meant.
Peacock.
Yep, duh. Because they have The Office. They have all the Harry Potter movies. They have something else that I was just trying to fucking watch, dude. I can't remember what it was. But it used to be on Hulu. It was for sure on Hulu, and then they took it off. And I looked it up, and you can only watch it on Peacock now. Fuck, what was it? It was something good. Oh, Parks and Rec on Netflix. It used to be on Netflix, and they took it off. You can only watch it on Peacock.
Dang.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
Uh,
It's fucking funny.
I will say-
got into that. I got into that, but I never got into The Office. I never liked the. I mean, I can't say I
Both so
never
good.
liked it. I just never like got into it.
It's really good. It's one of the only things that was that popular that I agree with because it is really fucking good. Because you know what I mean? Like, there's
Dude, you just
people
like
that
going
liking
against the
The
status
Office is
quo.
like their whole personality. Same with like Harry Potter.
Yeah, they
Like,
wear
I
like Dunder
fucking love
Mifflin
The
shirts around
Office.
and shit.
Yeah. Which is fine, I guess. Like, but there's some people that are just annoying about it. But yeah, I've been watching HBO Max a ton because I've been watching so much Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you ever seen it?
No, but I've heard of it.
Dude,
I don't
it's
know
the
what it
fucking-
is, but I've heard of
It's
it.
the best show ever. It's Larry David. Do you know who Larry David
yeah.
is? He's like the co-creator of Seinfeld and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking he made Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's so fucking funny, dude.
Is it a sitcom?
Yeah.
It is.
It's just like
sounds
his
it
life.
could
He
be
just plays himself in it. And like
sounds like
there's
a
a bunch
game
of
show.
famous people in it. It's just about him living in LA and just doing whatever.
Yeah.
And he literally is just playing himself. It's kind of like Seinfeld. And like it'll be him like making a show. Like in the show they do a Seinfeld reunion. And so like the cast of Seinfeld is all in the show.
Yeah.
And he's just like a huge fucking like not an asshole, but he's kind of an ass. I don't know, it's hard to explain without like watching it, but it's so good. But I also watched the first 2 episodes of that new show, the show about the Lakers on HBO. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like about the guy that bought the Lakers and then originally signed Magic Johnson right after, like in the first, like when he got drafted to the Lakers.
Okay. The Bus
It's
family? Like Jeannie Bus?
Yeah. And John C. Reilly plays whatever Dr.
Magic
Bus.
Johnson?
Yeah. John C. Reilly plays Magic Johnson. But it's pretty good. I only watched the first 2 episodes last night, but it looks really good.
Is it like a documentary or is it like
No,
it has
it's
to
a
be
TV show, which I normally don't
Oh
like.
yeah, I was gonna say it better be a documentary because if it's not a documentary,
no,
it
dude,
sucks.
I will say, dude, I normally don't like that, but I really like John C. Reilly. He's fucking great.
He's hilarious, dude.
But
Do you want to talk about this baby blood drinker?
oh yeah, okay, yeah, we got some. I guess is this a fucking current event
This is
or what?
current
These
event, bud.
fucking
This is current as
assholes.
it gets.
Back on Machine Guns Kelly again this week. I feel like we talk about him every week.
Yeah, he's always out there in the news.
Yeah, he's always just so the the name of the article is just Megan Fox on drinking drops of MGK's blood for ritual purposes. Time she felt wasn't allowed to be human. I don't understand why they're drinking each other's blood now. This is just to get attention, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what makes me think it's not. Do you think they're just saying that?
I don't know.
Do you think that bitch is actually? There's no way. Do you
I
think
don't
she's
know, dude.
actually drinking his blood?
I will say 13-year-old me after watching the first Transformers, I probably would have drank a little bit of Megan Fox's blood.
Megan Fox's
I'll say
blood,
that.
but MGK.
That guy doesn't have much blood in it, dude.
Yeah,
He needs
he's
to
running
fucking
out.
Save his blood.
He's fucking running out of blood.
That guy looks like he lets everybody drink his blood.
Yeah, you're not
I
special,
don't even know-
Megan Fox.
Yeah, I don't even know why they did it. Most of the article is her like complaining about how she's saying she wasn't allowed to be human, but she definitely got super like over sexualized after the first like Transformers.
Almost
she was like
instantly in her career.
the hottest girl in the world. When I was like 14
Yeah.
years old, dude, she was the hottest.
Yeah, like my first crush growing up was definitely not her, but she was definitely the second, but it was right after the lifeguard from Sandlot. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
I don't
What's
know
the
what her
girl's
name
name
is.
from Life?
I
What's the
don't
girl's
know,
name
dude.
from Sandlot?
But dude, the Dukes of Hazzard, the one with Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott, Jessica Simpson was my biggest crush when I was like, I think that came out in like 2005. I was like 10.
Yeah,
But that was my favorite movie.
Wendy
And she was my
Peppercorn.
biggest crush. What is it?
Wendy Peppercorn.
Wendy Peppercorn. Who's the actress that plays her?
Marley Eve Shelton. Don't
Was
know.
she in anything else?
I have no idea. I just remember I was like, that was like my first crush when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah. Wendy
Lotion.
fucking Peppercorn, dude.
Oily lotion. She's like putting on the sunscreen. God, dude. But yeah,
That's
you're
so
right.
funny.
Megan Fox
Damn.
definitely.
She's 71 years old now.
What?
Still banging.
Marley Eve Shelton is 71.
Oh, wait, never mind.
I was
It
going to say,
set
holy
in
fuck.
1962.
How old are we?
It was set in 1962. Sorry.
So she would
She
be
was-
71.
Oh, dude, she's supposed to be 15 in that movie, Logan. I'm not gonna say you're a pedophile, but
Well, I wasn't. I was like 12, so
still.
who was the
fancy
real
15-year-old.
pedophile? Wendy Peppercorn is the real pedophile in that movie because she went and
Yeah,
saved
that's
the
true.
younger kid and then like did
Well,
nothing.
no, but she was 15. She was supposed to be 15 in the movie.
So she was the same age probably as those kids, I would guess.
Maybe a little. She looked a little older.
Yeah. She
Well, I
definitely
guess
seemed like,
they were younger though.
she was
they were supposed to
she
be
was
younger than
definitely
that, weren't
playing
they?
like the older girl.
Yeah, because how old were they? Like 12.
I would guess, yeah, 12 or 13. I would guess before high school sometime. But
Oh, dude. Wait, when did that movie come out? 1993. I don't know why I thought it was older than that.
dude, that movie is such a fucking classic movie. Dude, when they're going on the roller coaster and he's like, I don't know why I can't remember anyone. I need to like watch this movie again because I can't remember anyone's fucking name. But the
Yeah,
fat
what's the
dude,
main character? The only guy I know is Benny the Jet Rodriguez, dude.
Smalls
Goat. Oh yeah, Smalls.
is but the fat guy with the curly hair, the redheaded, he's like
Yeah.
the catcher, and they're like going on the they're at the carnival, and he's like pulls out this big bag of fucking chaw.
Yeah, dude.
And they all have it in on the roller coaster, and they just have a huge fucking dip in on the roller coaster. They're just throwing up off the side.
That's so fucking funny.
They just have
dude.
no idea what they're getting themselves into. They just saw some baseball player do it one time. All the greats do it, man. All the greats do it.
What a good movie. But yeah, dude, for sure. I feel like everyone our age, every guy our age, had the biggest crush on Megan Fox in 2008.
Transformers, yeah,
Yeah, when did that come out? 2008, 2009, maybe.
probably. Yeah, her career completely changed after that for sure. Like she
Oh,
became
yeah.
that. She became like that
Yeah,
girl.
she's super famous. Yeah. But I think she was kind of complaining about that, which I get, because her whole thing was kind of just that she was hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that
So
that's like-
drinking
I don't know.
blood would definitely help that, I think.
It was for ritual purposes, though.
Oh yeah, that makes sense then.
I don't know if that's any better, but
Oh man, what do you got next year? What's this
All right.
next one you have?
I
This
got this other one. This was
BuzzFeed
the
article.
funniest.
We have beef with BuzzFeed on this podcast.
Oh, dude, I do not like BuzzFeed. First of all, they're fucking idiots. But this was the funniest title to an article I've ever seen in my life, and then this is also just a funny article. So the title is just it's a short king spring. TikTok declared the internet seems ready to celebrate the height difference between Tom Holland, 5'8", and Zendaya, 5'10". And then it just says, but Scott is not buying the short king discourse, which is the fucking funniest way to say that. And
Who the
then
fuck
so
is
it's
Scott?
about this guy, just the guy, which by the way, that's not even his real name. They hid his real name because people don't want him to know. Or he doesn't want people to know. So he was 5'7". After surgery, he'll be 5'10". So he got this surgery that was originally designed to correct mismatched leg lengths. So like some people are just born, their hips are unaligned or whatever, and their one leg's like an inch longer, and that'll fuck up their hips or whatever. So they'll do leg extension surgery on one of the legs. So that just you won't have imbalances and stuff. So he got a surgery just because he was short to make him 3 inches taller. He was about 5'7". After the weeks-long process and after the surgery, he will be 5'10". It cost him $75,000, dude.
It's hilarious
$25K
because
an inch.
It's hilarious because he's not 6 foot tall, and like we were talking about before this, like the stereotypical like girl that cares about height is like he has to be 6 foot tall.
Yeah, dude, he's 5'10".
It's like you didn't even get to the threshold that
he's
these
slightly
girls that
above average now.
Yeah, you didn't even get to the threshold that these girls that care about height are even
No
at.
shit. I want him to still just get ripped on for being short.
Yeah,
I guess 5'10's not short though, but
No.
it's not like he spent $75,000 on this,
Like-
and he's fucking like
Like if you
average.
like if you take a 5'10" guy and a 5'7" guy and like put them in the same room, I feel like you wouldn't even be able to tell that big of a difference. Like you wouldn't be like,
No.
oh, this guy's way taller than this guy.
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
a big difference here. Like that's not even a big.
$75,000 though for 3 inches. That's $25K an inch. Does that seem fair?
Yeah. He should have just dropped 100K and got up to. Well, no, he would have had to drop 125.
Does it go up steadily like that? Is it
Just
25 an inch, or is the
just
first
extends
50K
his
like the
legs.
main surgery, and then for every inch it's like a certain amount?
Dude, how bad is
It's like
this
a buy
guy's
four,
fucking
get one
arthritis
free.
gonna be?
Oh yeah, he's got to be fucked up.
Dude, his back and everything is gonna be so fucked when he gets older. That's gotta fuck with your alignment and
He's got
everything
fucking
so much.
hip dysplasia, like an old German Shepherd. He's gonna be fucking walking around all fucked up when he's always like, yeah, at least I was 5'10" though.
He's gonna be like a Great Dane and die when he's like
That's what I'm
60,
saying, dude.
55.
Dude, that's so funny.
And I bet he can't do anything athletic. Like, do you think that heals so where he can like run and be agile, like, you know, do like athletic things? He probably just has to like walk really carefully everywhere he goes.
Yeah, dude. This says he was walking around in a walker but I think that's only for until it like gets healed. But it says it's a weeks long process, dude. Dude, he's
That's shorter than I
25.
would have guessed.
You know what he
Honestly.
should have done? It's got a
Not-
better personality.
Yeah, not cared. But
Yeah, no
getting, I mean,
shit.
yeah. Imagine being so insecure. Oh my God. Whew. That's bad. Where's he from?
That does
LA?
suck, dude. I will say, we were talking about this before. Like, we're not that tall, but we're not 5'7". Like, it would
Yeah.
suck to be like really short. I feel like 5'7's not that bad though.
No, like Jordan's like 5'8", and I wouldn't say he's like the
Really?
short guy.
He seems tall.
He's also
yeah.
built.
I don't immediately.
Like, he's
yeah,
also like built.
Yeah, Jordan's a fucking big dog though.
I
if
just
Jordan weighed 130 pounds, we'd be like, wow, Jordan's fucking short as shit.
yeah. I just think it's hilarious. Like I was saying earlier, I think it's hilarious when girls are like, yeah, he has to be like 6 foot tall or 6'1" at least.
Yeah, dude.
Which, like we were saying, like I can say that because I'm fucking I'm 6 foot tall, so it's not like I'm bitching about it. But like,
Dude.
you're just like projecting your personality by saying that. Like you're just telling everyone, like, hey, I'm a fucking terrible human being by saying I only like guys that are 6 foot tall.
That's so funny.
Like that's
Yeah.
their. I feel like girls, like you were saying, girls like that make that their whole personality, and it's like just to get attention.
Yeah, 100%. I don't get. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like we were talking about too. Tom Holland's 5'8". Like, you think someone would not date Tom Holland because he's 5'8"?
Yeah, it just has to like. Yeah, like that girl that's like, I only date 6'1" guys, and then Tom Holland comes up to him and be like, All right.
Gets out her fucking tape measure.
What do you got? What do you got? Oh, 5'7". Oh, never mind.
She's got the little thing. It's like a cartoon character with his hand right here to get on a roller coaster. You can't get on top, or you can't. Okay. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty wild. It's just wild that people think like that. I bet he's from LA.
Oh, 100%. I'm pretty sure he is.
He has to be.
Of course. Let me go back to this. He said it was a life-altering surgery, he said. Wired call. So this says from facelifts to Botox, men have been increasingly turning to cosmetic interventions to appear younger in the face of a culture that fetishizes youth. Weird.
That's a little weird, yeah.
Wired
don't
called
say
this
youth.
The Brotox
Don't say
boom.
youth.
Yeah, don't say youth.
The youth,
They mean,
saying
like,
youth,
youngerness.
like,
but...
and my mind instantly went to youth sports. I'm just like, don't say youth. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So he got there are fillers for jawlines and there's Botox for foreheads, but height, a major source of anxiety for men, seems unsolvable.
That's crazy. Why don't you just wear like bigger shoes? Wear like
he's just wearing platform boots at all times.
Because I mean, think about this. If you're a guy, if you're a girl and you're like,
why don't you just wear a really tall top hat like Abe Lincoln? Everyone thinks that guy was tall as shit. He was like 5'6".
Yeah. But like, think about this. If you're a girl and you're like, I only date guys that are, for this guy's sake, I only date guys that are 5'10" and up. And they go, yeah, because the girl's going to say that. Okay. So this girl goes out with him and is like, oh yeah, she really likes him. They fall in love. Everything works out. And then like a few months down the road, she finds out that he got a surgery to make himself 3 inches taller. Imagine how like unattractive and unappealing that would be for the girl to find out. Like that's worse than her just finding out that you're actually 5'7" and you're wearing tall shoes. Like,
yeah, dude.
Oh,
that's
man.
So fucking
that guy's
funny.
stuck between a rock and a hard. Yeah, that guy is stuck between a rock and a hard place for sure, dude. Unless he just meets another girl that has the same body dysmorphia as him.
Yeah, she got leg shortening surgery.
Yeah, she was too tall. She was Zendaya's height. She went from 5'10" to 5'7".
She's like 4'8". She's super short. They cut her off at the knees.
Her shins
they cut
are
off
like
her
this.
shin bones and just put her feet on her knees.
Her shins are like this fucking long. Oh yeah, she looks like a Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Dr. Shahab Mubobian. That's who did his surgery.
Wonder what else he specializes in.
Oh, he's a bit of a social media star. He's got 45,000 followers on Instagram. Another 50,000 on TikTok.
Wow.
His handle is pretty straightforward. At height lengthening. That's fucking funny.
Wow. Well.
Wow.
We have a minute and 30 left because we're running into some fucking issues with.
Oh yeah, we're running into some fucking technological difficulties here.
Unless you want to start a new Zoom call, we can do that too. But we're at 50. We're at 50 minutes, so I think.
All right, we might have to make this one a little shorter. We got to let it upload too. We're doing this a couple days late this weekend. We were both gone.
My trip to Atlanta and Jake's trip to Iowa City. We didn't talk about that. I wanted to talk about that.
Oh, that's true. You want to keep going? We can start a new one.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we'll be right back.
So we went to I guess we stayed in Iowa City. The thing was in Cedar Rapids. So Molly and Kyla, my girlfriend and Logan's girlfriend, went to culinary school in Cedar Rapids, and they did a big showcase. So at the whole end of your, like at the program. So when you're graduating, the last thing you do is this big showcase. And it was like a 7-course meal that they make for you. And it's just random people go to it. It's mostly people's parents and like families and stuff. But a lot of other people, like we just went. Molly still knows like some of the chefs there, but she doesn't know any of the students that are doing it. Like the guys that were the chefs for Big Grove. I don't know if you've heard of Big Grove, but they have like a really good restaurant thing. It's a brewery, and they're from Solon, which is outside of Iowa City. They also have one like in Iowa City.
Yeah.
Like the chefs from there went just because they're interested. Like it's the culinary program in town. But we went to it and it was pretty fucking cool. We went. Like I said, it's like a 7-course meal. It was like 4 hours long. And they do also, I fucking totally forgot about this, but I want to get into this. So it was themed. Then they did a theme. They had a quote, which was, look, I don't want to rip on them. It was really cool. I had a great time. The food was good. The whole thing, it was cool. But their quote that the whole thing was based on was people can endure a lot more than they think they can, or something like that. And it was by Frida Kahlo. I don't know if you know who Frida Kahlo is. She's like a very famous Mexican painter. She was from like the early 1900s. She died young because she had like a ton of medical issues. She like was in the hospital a bunch. She had one of her feet amputated later in life. She died when she was like 50, maybe younger, 40 something, because she just had so many medical issues. But she's like became one of the most famous painters ever. She was bedridden for most of her life. So she would paint while she was in bed.
Yeah.
She's just not good at drawing. I don't get art. Okay, and it's not abstract art. Like, so most of her things were self-portraits. And they're just not good. They're better than I can do. But there's like 14-year-old kids in fucking Canada that can paint better than this. Like, I've seen people make like hyper-realistic drawings with pencils that they like rub and stuff. And it looks like a picture. Hers are like obviously not pictures. I don't know. It's just, dude, it's not good. I don't get it. But
it's just weird. Yeah, the value that people put on things.
They kept doing the quote, which is people can endure a lot more than they think they can. And they kept talking about that. Like, yeah, we went this whole program. It's like, you're not Navy SEALs. It wasn't that hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's probably hard. I couldn't do culinary school. It's hard. They're very good. All the food was very good. It was very professional. Like, it was good. But they were really hanging on to that quote.
Yeah, like the quote, like the quote's good. The quote's good, but also like don't overuse it in a culinary.
Yeah, like they were acting. They were acting like they can endure so much. It's like, well,
I don't know, dude. You've worked in the service.
There's people that work.
There's
people that work in coal mines. Yeah, there's people that work at coal mines, Logan.
Yeah, people do way worse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Navy SEALs.
Yeah, dude. Hey, there's people in war. You guys made fucking tapas, dude.
Yeah. How about the guy? I don't know his name. I don't know. You don't have to say his name if you don't want. But it was the guy that was one of their professors that always has those hilarious videos.
Dude,
shout out. Watching those.
We're gonna say I want to promote his thing. Fucking Chef Dave, dude, absolute legend. He's so cool. Yeah. He was one of their like professors, one of the chefs from the school. But he's done. So we went to dinner with him on Friday night. Him and his wife, and they're so cool. He's like run like multiple restaurants. He's just done a bunch of shit. He was a teacher at the culinary school for a while. He's just retired now, and he just makes a bunch. Like he has a big garden that he grows a bunch of different peppers, and he makes them like super hot. He'll make like jams
he's like
and
gloves
just
and shit.
And stuff.
He needs to do it outside.
Oh, dude, one of the videos Molly was showing me that he posts these on Facebook, and he was making a ghost pepper paste or something, and he was blending up the ghost peppers, and he had to blend it up outside because it was so hot it would get in the air and like get in your lungs and shit and fuck you up. So he had to do it outside.
I saw that one too.
Oh, dude, so funny. And then he's trying it, and he just goes, he takes a bite. He's like, yep. Oh, the flavor. He's like, oh, and here comes the heat. It's so good, dude. He was so funny.
He has so many like one-liners that he uses in his videos. He's fucking entertaining, actually.
That's what I said. I was telling him that. I was like, you should post these on YouTube or TikTok.
YouTube.
And he knows what he's talking about. Like, he's a legit expert. Like, he's done this his entire life.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about him is like a lot of these people that post these videos of like them cooking, and it's like not great quality because it's like on an Android, and it's just like like it's not great quality. Usually they fucking talk about the same thing forever, and the video's like 4 times longer than it needs to be. He's like really good at just like getting to the point and like being entertaining all the way through.
That's all the way through
his videos.
And like I said, well, it's because he was a teacher for a long time too, so he knows what he's talking about, and he knows how to convey what he's saying.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I don't know, it's so cool, and he's so like legit. He's retired and he does this like he was telling us about like all these gardens he has, this different like a bunch of different, I don't know, culinary stuff, I guess. I didn't know what half of it was, obviously, but he just has like 5,000 things going on because he just loves to do it. And it's so cool. He's so interesting to talk to. Like I said, we went out to dinner with him and stuff. He's so fucking funny. And his videos, like, dude, you should post these on like they would be viral TikToks. All of them that she showed me would be a fucking viral TikTok, dude. Because he's so funny and they're like legitimately interesting. It's so cool. Like, I didn't know if I was going to blend up a ghost pepper, I would have done it in my fucking kitchen and I'd be dead. Not dead, but like it's just the dust comes out of it and like it'll get into your lungs and shit and it just will fuck you up.
Yeah, he could definitely be like educational
and
entertaining. That's
funny.
what works. That's what works on stuff like that is educational, entertaining.
Yeah.
And he like knows
he's just
how
kind
to
of a
do
goofy, like he's
someone
older
just needs
guy.
To,
he's just fucking
someone needs
goofy,
to just follow him around with an iPhone camera.
Oh yeah. And it's funny, he sent him a video the other day and it's just him filming himself, so it's like way below from right here and he's like trying it. Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny.
How about old people? We talk about this all the fucking time. Like, dude, middle-aged old people don't know how to hold a fucking phone when they're taking a picture. They like hold it up here, like put it in front of you right here and take the picture. They like hold it up above their head. Like that's not a good, dude. Like you don't sit below the TV and watch it like this, do you? No, you sit like this and watch it in front of you. So just do that with your camera. You can see it a lot better. You can see a lot better what you're taking a picture of. Or at the Braves game, this guy was filming it was like Ronald Acuna came up to bat for the first time of the year. So everyone was taking videos. Like people were taking videos. And this guy just he pressed record on his phone and he was just holding it like above his fucking head like this.
He has no idea what he's filming right now.
And I'm like behind him.
He's just
and
filming
I can
the
see
fans on the other side of the stadium. You can't even see any of the game.
Dude, he fucking was. We were sitting behind him and he's like turning and like talking to his buddies and stuff like this and like moving the camera. So like the fucking video that he was taking wasn't even like the batter was like at the bottom
filming the atmosphere, Logan.
Yeah.
He was just getting the atmosphere inside the stadium when Ronald Acuna came up. I fucking guess so, dude. When Ron Jr. came up.
Ron Jr.
Ronnie. Dude.
God. That's fucking funny. We haven't talked about that. And that's
we had a blast,
always,
though.
Yeah.
It was fucking fun.
Yeah.
We did.
We'll have to do it next year when they do it, or whenever they do it next. We'll have to go to.
I know, because Molly was saying they haven't done it for the last couple of years. I think since COVID, they haven't done it. This is the first time they've done it.
Yeah, I think we were gonna go last year, but they canceled it. We were talking about going. And it got canceled, but isn't it at the Hotel Kirkwood?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I want to go eat dinner there.
I was gonna say. It's pretty good. We went last year sometime. I don't remember, but the showcase was good. The food was pretty good because like it's the students making it, and they go down and each student, because there's only 5 students in their class, which is wild. Like I don't know why they're so little, but so each student did like a different presentation of each course. So like the first girl did the appetizer one, the second girl did whatever the next one was, the fucking soup, and then the main one, and they just go down and cook it because it's like a classroom, like a what do you fucking call it? I don't know, like whatever. It's a classroom, but at the
like
front,
an auditorium type thing.
Yeah, kind of
like a college
lecture
classroom,
hall. Jesus,
like a lecture hall.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, Jesus Christ. But and then at the front, like instead of just being a whiteboard and stuff, there's a whole kitchen set up. So there's like a stove top, there's like a griddle, there's a bunch of shit there. And they have cameras so you can see it. They have a bunch of TVs and they have a camera that follows it. It's almost like a fucking TV set.
Like
I was thinking about that. It looks like a fucking Rachel Ray. Yeah.
That's cool.
The way it was set up. And so they go up there and make it in front of you, and they show you how you do every part of it, and they even give you the recipes on the thing, like if you want to make them, because some of the shit was good. The first 2 things, the first one, like the appetizer, was shrimp and street corn, like little appetizer. It's a little fucking bite of it, but it was so good. And then the second one, it was all Mexican food, because it was Frida Kahlo. She's a Mexican painter, so they did that. That was the theme.
Yeah, the theme.
And they had to
you can
fucking
endure a lot more than
dude.
you think. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I had to fucking endure a lot of bullshit during this whole thing. Also, I was just so drunk during the whole thing because it was late and it was 4 hours long, and it takes 2 seconds to eat each thing, and they're just talking, and I don't know. We did like a wine pairing with it too. It was cool, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty neat. It was definitely a neat experience.
Pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat, but
yep.
Yeah, we should definitely go next year if they do it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm planning on it. Also, I need to sign up for that half marathon. I keep forgetting. Or not half marathon.
Oh, you haven't signed up
triathlon.
yet?
No. Oh,
I'm doing some training, dude. I'm going to
start running in the mornings starting tomorrow.
Ooh. I was going to say, for the month of May, I'm going to try not to drink. I've been drinking a lot lately.
Sheesh.
This weekend I drank during fucking Friday night. We went out with the Chef Dave and his wife. And it was at like a cidery where they make ciders. They have like a whole apple orchard and they make ciders and stuff.
Yeah.
So we were drinking there a little. And then we went to the hotel bar and was just bullshitting with this kid. He's a senior at Iowa. And he's like graduating. He's moving to Dallas. And he was just... Molly and I were the only people there. This kid's like about to get out. It was like they closed at like 11, the hotel we were staying at bar. So we went down there, we're just drinking for a bit and just bullshitting with this kid. I was like, oh, dude, this kid's ready to fucking... Go home,
dude.
Like,
yeah. You guys are like, oh, we're staying here, so
yeah. Well, no, not that. I mean, like he's just completely done with college. He's like, yeah, I just have finals left, and he's like, I already have a job. He's like, I just have to graduate. He's like, I can basically fail all my finals. He's like, there's two of my finals I could not. Yeah, he's like, I could literally not show up, and I wouldn't fail the class, like for the final, because like he's done all the work in the final, whatever. And so I was like, oh, this kid's just fucking done with college, dude. Like, I don't know.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Like that moment where you're like, it's really just starting something new in your life. That's like what's exciting about it.
He also was from Des Moines.
Oh, really?
Shout out. His name was Liam, I think. I can't remember.
Liam.
Yeah.
Did you tell him about the pod? Maybe he'll.
No, dude, I should have. I didn't even think about it. Hey, Liam, if you're listening to this episode, shout out you, dude. Congratulations graduating from Iowa. Hope you do well at your job, brother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, how fucking wild would that be if he actually somehow listens to us and he just like came up and started talking to you because he recognized you?
That would be fucking funny.
He's one of our 70 listeners or whatever. 50.
Hell yeah, he's one of our YouTube voters on the polls.
Yeah.
All right, we better wrap this up though.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up because
thanks everybody for listening to another episode. Go follow us on YouTube, Spotify.
Jake's mic just went out. Your mic just went out. All right, well, I'll take it from here because I don't think his mic's working. I can't hear him, or maybe my mic stopped working. But, like you said, go follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review. Yeah, thanks for listening.